Iron helps keep our plants green, our bodies healthy, and our industries humming. It's one of the minerals that makes life possible. Iron is the fourth most common element on the Earth's crust by weight. Besides being abundant on Earth, it can also be found in the Sun and other celestial bodies. Iron ore is the backbone to nearly every industry, from transportation and construction to manufacturing. It is the mineral that brings stamina to industries, which strengthen markets and economies.
Hi, and welcome to another edition of Bazaar. This time we'll turn the spotlight on iron and its many forms. Iron is an important contributor to Iran's national economy. So today, we will venture through the iron mining industry and its many exciting developments. We will also explore elements that propel the iron ore market and its related industries. So get comfortable and let's have a look.
Where does iron come from? How is raw iron processed into something that can be used in other industries? To answer some of these questions, we visited Chadormalou Mining and Industrial Company. It is a public joint stock that was first established in 1992. This company is composed of many parts, which all work together to make a production value chain. And it all starts at its mines near Ardakan in Yazd province.
کارخانه گندله‌سازی اردکان به عنوان اولین کارخانه در مجتمع صنعتی چادرملو در سال 86 با همکاری شرکت‌های ABB سوئیس، کوبه استیل ژاپن و تایم اسپانیا و به دست نیروهای متخصص ایرانی راه اندازی شد. گندله‌سازی اردکان به روش آلیس چارمز تولید می‌کنه که یکی از با کیفیت‌ترین گندله‌ها رو ما در کشور تولید می‌کنیم. با احداث این کارخانه زمینه اشتغال 500 نفر به صورت مستقیم و 5000 نفر به صورت غیر مستقیم فراهم شده. در حال حاضر با تلاش پرسنل و کارشناسان متخصصای بومی خودمون ظرفیت کارخانه از 3.4 تقریباً به 3.7 ارتقا یافته.
Iron is a mineral that is extracted from the Earth's crust. For this, heavy machinery is needed along with geological surveys and other sciences to get to the raw rocks of iron. The lumps in iron rocks are crushed into finer and more manageable sizes, which prepares them to be shipped for processing.
محاسنی که در واقع این مجموعه داره اینه که اولا ما زنجیره تولیدمون از معدن تا شمش در مجموعه چادرملو با راه اندازی واحد فولاد و بخش‌های توسعه تکمیل شد. یعنی ما از در واقع استخراج، اکتشاف، استخراج و فراوری و نهایتاً تولید گندله، تولید آهن اسفنجی و شمش رو در یک زنجیره به صورت کامل در مجموعه چادرملو تونستیم داشته باشیم.
The processing facilities of this company are located in an area of over 700 hectares. The extracted material is taken to the on-site processing facilities. Here, up to 3.5 million tons of iron pellets can be produced. The material is a mixture of iron concentrate and other impurities. These fine powders are not suitable for the final stage, which is the blast furnace. So the concentrates are upgraded to pellets. The iron produced here has a purity of up to 67%, which is just above the global standard.
چادرملو برای اینکه بستر هم در کویر برای آب فراهم بشه، یک پروژه عظیمی رو در ارتباط با انتقال آب تصفیه شده از خلیج فارس به قلب کویر ایران تعریف کرده و توی این پروژه که چادرملو هم سهم مشارکت بسزایی در اون داره، قرار هست که به زودی آب تصفیه شده خلیج فارس وارد کویر ایران بشه.
Machinery and technology are key for such large-scale productions in this industry. In order for iron concentrate to be turned into pellets, the powder must be moistened with certain chemicals. Then, this material is fed into large rotating drums, where they are tumbled into little green balls. Then they are fed into a giant kiln and blasted with hot temperatures to be dried and stored.
Storage facilities at this company can hold thousands of tons of concentrate and raw material needed to make sponge iron and pellets. Various parts of production are connected by a railway system that transfer material along the vast network of the production line. These railways also connect the company to ports and other down-the-line customers. It uses the latest technology and machinery to get the job done. Some of these machines are domestically produced, while others are imported.
خط هات شارژ خطی بوده که از قبل توی کارخونه بسترش فراهم بوده اما راه اندازی نشده بود و میتونم بگم که 50% کار انجام گرفته بود و 50%ش برمیگرده به همون راه اندازی. خب امسال تو دستور کار قرار گرفت، نواقص زیادی ما داشتیم و به ویژه در بخش نیتروژن که عمده ترین و میتونم بگم گلوگاه کار هات شارژ بود، تأمین این نیتروژن و رسوندنش به بخش‌های مختلف هات شارژ.
Pellets go through another process called direct reduction, which produces sponge iron. After this step, the raw material is ready for distribution to other places, including for exports purposes. The majority of iron is used to make steel. Most companies have a steel value chain system, starting with mines and processing, and then steel production.
تقریبا میشه گفت فولاد در کشور تا حد زیادی بومی شده و هم شرکت‌های داخلی، سازنده‌های داخلی توان ساخت بسیاری از تجهیزات رو دارن. یه زمانی 20% از ساخت تجهیزات در کشور واقعا آرزو بود. 50% خیلی سخت بود.
This company has 2 projects in the works for completing its steel value chain. It began construction of these production lines years ago, and they are still being tested for quality and performance optimization. The production lines will become fully operational by next year.
با توجه به افق تولید فولاد کشور و اهداف بلند مدتی که تو برنامه چادرملو هست، ما تولید رو در 2 مرحله با 4 میلیون تن در سال و 4.2 میلیون تن در سال در برنامه‌مون داریم که انشالله به دست متخصصان داخلی در حال انجام هست و مطالعاتش داره انجام میشه و انشالله سال آینده 1400 ما برنامه‌مون هست که به این ظرفیت برسیم.
Currently, it has increased productions of sponge iron to 1.5 million tons annually in order to feed its steel value chain.
امیدوار هستیم در 2-3 ماه آینده یه 300,000 تن ظرفیت سازی جدید رو در واحد فولادسازی انشالله شاهدش باشیم و با تکمیل هات شارژ ما بتونیم هم زنجیره تولیدمون رو اقتصادی تر بکنیم و هم انشالله مزیت‌های صادراتی رو بهترش بکنیم و از اون طرف هم یه ظرفیت 300,000 تن جدید رو در واحد فولاد رو انشالله شاهدش باشیم.
The steel value chain will have a nominal production capacity of around 2 million tons of steel per year.
The iron ore industry is worth billions, and it is a major contributor to the country's economy. But have you ever wondered where these large-scale production lines get their electricity from? All these facilities require a large power source. Most production companies in this sector have their own power plants inside their compounds which supply their daily needs for electricity.
نیروگاه سرو چادرملو در حقیقت از سال 1391 احداثش شروع شد و سال 1393 2 تا واحد گازی اون وارد مدار شد. واحد بخارش که تکمیل میکنه در حقیقت واحد سیکل ترکیبی رو در سال 1395 وارد مدار شد و بلوک سیکل ترکیبی ما به ظرفیت 2 تا واحد گازی هر کدوم 166 مگاوات و واحد بخار 160 مگاوات این تکمیل شد.
This company has a combined cycle power plant that can produce up to 500 megawatts of power. It supplies electricity to all the various sections of this company, including its iron and steel production facilities.
در بحث نیروگاه خورشیدی خب ما نیروگاه سیکل ترکیبیمون در زمینه به مساحت حدود 100 هکتار نصب شده که با توجه به زمینی که داخل نیروگاه داشتیم 30 هکتار از این زمین رو اختصاص دادیم به نیروگاه خورشیدی از نوع ترکردار، تک محوره و در حقیقت شروع به نصب شد از ابتدای سال 99.
Despite the sanctions imposed on Iran throughout the years, this company, and many similar to it, have expanded their production capacities. As a whole, Iran's sponge iron production has increased steadily over the last 5 years. Production went up by 3% in the first half of last year alone. Based on exploratory studies, Iran has around 40 billion tons of proven mineral reserves worth just under $800 billion.
از اونجایی که یکی از اهداف مهم ما افزایش تولید هست و پایداری، خب طبیعتاً این میسر نمیشه جز با اینکه ما بتونیم تعمیرات منظم، مرتب و با برنامه‌ای داشته باشیم. ما پی امامون، سی امامون و تأمین قطعات یدکیمون تلاش کردیم تو تأمین قطعات، تلاش کردیم که رو پای خودمون وایسیم تا اونجا که امکان داشته و روز به روز داریم اینو توسعه میدیم و روز به روز داریم این لیست رو اضافه میکنیم.
Iran has an estimated over 1 billion tons of iron reserves and is ranked 10th in the world for this reason. It is because of these rich reserves that Iran is the biggest producer of DRI in the world. In fact, last year it overtook India as the largest producer of DRI or sponge iron. That is according to the Iranian Mines and Mining Industries Development and Renovation Organization.
Iran produced 50% of global production of sponge iron in the first half of 2020 alone. The country produces up to 25 million tons of sponge iron annually. Plus, the production of iron concentrate has increased to 47 million tons and pellets to 36 million tons in recent years. These items all feed the hungry domestic steel industry. Iran's steel production capacity is expected to reach 43 million tons by the end of March 2021. This sector has been constantly growing over the years, despite all the pressures and challenges created by outside forces, such as the coronavirus pandemic and US sanctions. The country's outperformed many of the world's top steel producers. Figures from the Iranian Steel Producers Association show Iran has the capacity to export 15 million tons of steel annually. Currently, Iran produces somewhere around 30 million tons of its nominal capacity. Half this amount can be exported with a value of $7 billion. The export of iron and its alloys amounted to about $4 billion in 2018. Around this time, concerns were growing that exports of iron ore would bring deficits to the country's steel production. So the government implemented 25% tariff in order to curb exports. The steady decrease of iron exports has greatly helped Iran's mega steel industry.
The major consumers in this market are the construction industry, automobile industry, and manufacturing industry. These sectors are heavy down-the-line customers of the steel industry, which uses iron. Just around half of domestic steel demands goes to the construction industry. Some industries use more steel than others.
Iran's manufacturing sector is made up of numerous fields of activity. It can range from automobile production to home appliances and other technologies. Domestic production of equipment and parts used in home appliances has saved Iran well over $200 million in imports. The home appliance industry is still developing, and now it has the knowledge to produce and supply around 70% of the country's domestic home appliance needs. Another sector that uses steel is home fixtures industry. Door handles, locks, bathroom and shower faucets, and more all use steel or some mixture of steel. Iran produces somewhere around 20 million tons of faucets annually, which is more than domestic demand. 3.4 thousand tons of faucets are exported each year to Central Asia and neighboring countries. Such exports generated an estimated revenue of around $10 million last year.
The iron ore industry is tightly intertwined with the steel industry, and it has achieved a lot of growth in recent years. We will just have to keep an eye on its developments. Now, my colleague has prepared a little something extra for us today. Let's check it out.
Many of us enjoy sweets on a daily basis, but this sweet life can come at the price of diabetes and other health issues. So today we've come here to learn about a product that takes the bitter out of the sweet and the disease out of the delicious. Want to learn how? Follow us for more.
Meet stevia, a plant native to Brazil and Paraguay, the active compounds in which have up to 150 times the sweetness of sugar. This plant is a natural source from which the products we're going to talk about today derive their sweetness.
So where did this sweet story start?
از حدود 15-16 سال پیش که ما یه سری تحقیقاتی روی بازار شیرین کننده ها توی ایران انجام دادیم و با توجه به آمار نگران کننده مصرف شکر توی ایران دیدیم فضا وجود داره، چه از لحاظ سلامتی چه از لحاظ اقتصادی و تجاری، که ما اقدام کنیم به تولید شیرین کننده توی ایران. از همون ابتدا با توجه که با ابهامات مصرف شیرین کننده های مصنوعی آشنا بودیم و مشکلاتش رو میدیدیم توی جوامع علمی، تحقیقات رو بیشتر گذاشتیم روی شیرین کننده طبیعی استویا. استویا یه شیرین کننده نوین تقریبا. این اون رویکرد اولیه بود که ما تمرکزمون رو بذاریم برای تولید شیرین کننده استویا در ایران که بتونیم هم یه شیرین کننده سالم و با کیفیت تحویل مردم و صنایع غذایی بدیم، هم این که با چشم انداز توسعه فرهنگ تغذیه سالم بتونیم یه فضایی رو باز بکنیم که ایران هم جزو تولید کننده های شیرین کننده بشه.
Iran is a country with diverse climates and cultures. Here, most regions have their own special types of sweets. Unfortunately, in recent years, as the Iranian lifestyle became more modern, people started developing health issues such as diabetes, which has costed them the sweet taste of their traditions. But now, their favorite traditional sweets can come without sugar and are only one click away.
We are now at the company's IT section, which is dedicated to digital marketing and website design. Over 40 different products are sold here on this platform, all of which are sugar-free and yet surprisingly sweet, from cookies and biscuits to sugar-free drinks.
But when it comes to making sweets from stevia, there's one serious problem. Its bitter aftertaste, one that's neutralized throughout the production process.
Can you tell us about the production process?
بحث استحصال استویا، خب استویا یه گیاهه و الان هم چندین سال هستش که توی ایران داره کاشت میشه توی استانهای مختلف. گیاه خشک شده رو ما در اختیار میگیریم. طی یک مراحل حالا میشه گفت نسبتاً پیچیده، عصاره این گیاه به صورت مایع استخراج میشه. بین 5 تا 6 بسته به نوع گیاه مرحله فیلتر میشه این عصاره تا درصد خلوص استویا بالا بره. استویای استخراج شده برای اینکه بتونه قابل استفاده باشه برای عموم مردم باید بیاد حتما با یه سری پرکننده ترکیب بشه تا ذائقه‌ای مانند شکر پیدا بکنه. پس توی این مرحله توزینه، میاد با یه سری مواد اولیه که همشون هم دیابتی باشن، هم کم کالری باشن و هم اون شاخصهای سلامتی مد نظر ما رو داشته باشه. فرمولاسیون میشه، به صورت پودر یا گرانول در میاد که میتونه جایگزین شکر بشه. در دستگاه پرس حبه به صورت حبه قند در میاد و یا به همون به صورت مایع تبدیل به شربتی میشه که به صورت شربت شیرین کننده میتونه جایگزین شربت گلوکوز یا شربت اینورت بشه.
Every sachet you see coming out of the sachet filling machine contains 1.5 grams of sweetener and can substitute for 15 grams of sugar. So it has 10 times the sweetness and none of the harm.
Here, the QC specialists study the physical and chemical qualities of the final product. They make sure it's of the desired shape, taste, texture, and humidity levels, and that it does not increase blood sugar levels at all.
The samples are also quarantined and checked for their microbial levels to ensure of their safety and long shelf life.
What's your outlook for the future?
ما همون تلاشی که کردیم طی سالهای اخیر ابتدا باید ظرفیت تولیدمون رو افزایش بدیم. حالا با اضافه کردن خط تولید، اضافه کردن منابع انسانی، ولی چشم اندازمون تأسیس یک مجتمع صنایع غذایی بدون شکر و سلامت محور هستش که هم یه چیز تقریبا میشه گفت بی‌نظیر هست توی دنیا، هم با اون دانش فنی که طی 10-12 سال گذشته ما جمع کردیم امکانش هستش که به بهترین نحو و با بهترین کیفیت این کار رو بتونیم انجام بدیم.
Some 500 tons of sweetener is produced and packed here annually using very simple machines. It's further proof that the execution of bright ideas requires fine minds, not fancy facilities.
Every day, fancy ads sweet-talk us into consuming more refined sugar. But now that we have extracted the sweet taste of stevia, we can reclaim our health and happiness by stepping towards a life less refined but naturally sweet.
So it's time for our final section of the program where we take a look at some news and trends in the industry. East Azerbaijan province is home to some interesting geological features, which has made the area one of the top mineral-rich regions in the country.
East Azerbaijan's mineral resources amount to 8.5 billion tons. It has 13 copper mines, 8 gold mines, and 7 of the country's iron ore mines. There are around 400 active mines in the area. The Ministry of Industries, Mining and Trade says the region holds a lion's share of mineral reserves among Iranian provinces. Its active mines provide some 12,000 jobs for people in the region. The province comes in second in terms of the highest rate of employment in the country. Also, its 30 steel production units export over $100 million worth of steel annually.
A local heavy equipment production company is launching its project to manufacture mining machines for the sanction-hit domestic market.
This Iranian company, which specializes in the production of heavy machinery, entered an agreement with 5 domestic mining companies. It will manufacture heavy-duty road-building machinery, but it also has plans to manufacture mining machines. The company also joined plans with the Iranian Mines and Mining Industries Development and Renovation Organization. The hopes are that by manufacturing mining machinery, it can prevent some mining businesses from shutting down.
A recent mining exploration expedition in the southeast of Iran has led to the discovery of a huge copper reserve.
The mining exploration was conducted in Sistan and Baluchistan province. The head of the province's Industry, Mining and Trade Department, Davud Sharaki, said explorers found 500 million tons of copper reserves in the area. He said that the new discovery put the province as the second top copper-rich region in the country. This discovery came months after Iran's Minister of Industry, Mining and Trade allocated over $700 million for mining exploration projects.
Well, looks like we're out of time for today. Don't forget to tune in to another edition of Bazaar at the same time next week for more. Thank you for watching and see you next time.